Hi friends, welcome back to the kitchen. Welcome if you're new. I'm Cheryl, this is Table Full of Joy, and friends, it is Thursday morning. I'm headed to Bible study here pretty soon. We're gonna make a delicious treat to bring and share with the ladies to have with our coffee and tea as we discuss our Bible study from this week. And I'm also excited to get to use my new convection countertop oven. It's a convection oven, air fryer, does all the things. I will leave a link in the description box for the video. We did the unboxing a couple of days ago. With this, I'm super excited to get to use this. It is a game changer in my kitchen, especially coming with the holiday season, to have that extra space to bake some things and all the things. So anyway, let's get these made. We are going to use one of my favorite things, puff pastry, and we're gonna make some pumpkin puff pastry twists. And these are gonna be perfect to have with some coffee. I am gonna alter the recipe just a tiny bit, only because the recipe calls to use a whole bunch of spices, and I would rather just use pumpkin pie spice than to measure out a bunch of spices. I don't have time for that. So we're gonna use pumpkin pie spice with this. It's still gonna be delicious. It's gonna be incredible. Let's get these made because I need to get out the door. So let's do our filling first. I'm gonna go ahead and I have some leftover pumpkin here in a bag from another pumpkin project that I did. And so we're just gonna put this in here. This might be too much for the two that I'm gonna make, but that's fine because then I'll have this filling already ready to go, and I have a couple of ideas for some pumpkin things. So I'm not worried about this having all of the seasonings and, spices or whatever in this. Not a big deal. Not gonna worry about it. So we're just gonna get this into our bowl really quick. We're going to use some brown sugar, and I have just a little bit left in this bag. So I'm gonna dump that in here. It says 2 tablespoons is the recipe. I'm gonna say that's about 1.5 tablespoons. I'm okay with it being a little less sweet because we are gonna roll these in cinnamon and sugar, so I don't think we need to have a ton of sweetness on the inside. And then I'm also gonna use my pumpkin spice or pumpkin pie spice in here for our seasonings. And I wanna have a good amount of this in here because this pumpkin that I'm using is just pure pumpkin. No anything in it. I am gonna add a splash of vanilla. Just a little. All right, let's get this mixed up. Just give it a good stir. Instead of rolling these in cinnamon and sugar, we're gonna roll these in cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice because I wanna really reinforce that pumpkin. All those warm spices, the ginger, the allspice, the nutmeg, the cinnamon, all those things together that make pumpkin pie spice incredible. All right, that's all mixed up, ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and deal with our puff pastry real quick. If you've never done puff pastry before, it's super easy to work with. You get 2 sheets. We're gonna make both sheets individually. But a lot of times you do need to roll puff pastry out just a little bit. So I'm gonna just take one of these out. Get one of the, well, you're gonna have to do it this way. They're kind of sticking together, I've noticed. Oh, see what happened? So the paper they put in between is stuck. It got stuck into the, when it sealed the paper at the factory, it got stuck. So that's okay, it's fine. We're gonna make it work. All right, I've got one of my puff pastries out. We're gonna roll it with a rolling pin just a little bit to get rid of that seam that's there from when they folded it. I don't want that in my way. So let's grab our rolling pin. And like I said, we're gonna roll this out just a little bit. Just like that. I'm going to use a spatula so I can spread it. We're only going to spread this on half. And I think we're going to go, how do I want to do this? Do I want to do this way? Or do I want to do this way? Let's do that way. Let's do long ways. All right, so we're just going to do a little bit of our filling down one side. I love having puff pastry on hand in my freezer this time of season. I'm always wanting to have girlfriends from church over for, coffee or tea or something in the mornings. our church is just growing so fast. So many new ladies are coming into our church, and I want to be able to have a chance to get to know them. And I love taking this opportunity to have them over to my home in the mornings, and we sit down together and have a little pastry and have some coffee or some tea and just get to know each other. And I think that is such an incredible thing to be able to do. And I'm blessed that we are able to do that. Okay, I'm gonna grab my pizza cutter. I wanna be able to control how these are cut. So I'm gonna use my pizza cutter. We're gonna just cut these into about 1/2 inch strips, just like that. Just like that. All right, I'm gonna grab my pan. This oven that we got came with its own baking sheets, which I think is incredible. So we're gonna bake them right now. I'm gonna put some parchment on here though. Now the directions say to roll these in cinnamon and sugar before you bake them. I am not. I would rather do it at the end. So I'm gonna take these and just twist them around so they have that nice twist. Put this on my baking sheet. And you can see how easy these are. They take no time at all. They make a beautiful presentation if you're having company, having people over to have a little dessert, have a little coffee. If you're having a party, if you don't want them this long, you can actually cut these the shorter way like I was going to. Or even at this point, having them this long, you can cut them in half again and end up with a whole bunch of them. But I'm gonna leave them longer. I think the ladies would appreciate a longer pastry this morning. So we do need to do an egg wash on these. That is something that is super important because that really helps puff pastry brown. So I'm gonna go grab an egg really quick. All right, so there's all of our twists ready to go. We are going to want to twist this one just a bit more. All right, got my egg. I just do 1 beaten egg. I'm just gonna lightly brush these with egg wash. Like I said, this is what really helps them brown, helps them look really beautiful. When they come out of the oven, then we're gonna brush them, or not brush them, but we're gonna roll these in some cinnamon and sugar or pumpkin pie spice and sugar, just to give them that beautiful crunch. I think it's going to be incredible to have this extra oven space, especially around the holiday time. Right now, this oven is on sale at Costco for $119.99. So I think it's going to be a huge help. This is going to go in our oven 350 for about 12 to 14 minutes. You can hear how quiet this oven is. I love that. So it's on our bake feature, 375. Got it in there for about 12 minutes and we'll come in and check them. All right, friends, they are done. They took about 25 minutes in this oven. This is obviously not the same as a huge oven. So about 25 minutes in here. They smell fantastic. They look great. So let's open the door, take a look at them, and let's get these rolled in our cinnamon and sugar. You can hear them in there sizzling. They look incredible. We're gonna pull these out, roll these in some sugar and pumpkin pie spice, and then we are gonna be off to Bible study. So I've got the pumpkin pie spice and sugar mixed up in this tray. Wanted to use something fairly small to get that mixed up. I'm gonna pull our pan out of the oven. These look fantastic. These look so good. So they are still very hot. So I am gonna use the pair of tongs that I have here to drop these into this sugar mixture. Oh, and they're not big enough. Oh my word. Okay, let's get something a little bigger. All right, got my pan here with our pumpkin pie spice and our sugar. We're just gonna roll these around in here while they're still warm. That's how you get the sugar and stuff to stick to these, is by doing it while they're really warm still, because then that just makes the sugar and everything. I'm just gonna do this by hand. This is it's too hard to do it with the tongs. So we're just gonna roll this around, get some good sugar and pumpkin pie spice on these. These smell fantastic. I might have to eat one of these before I head off to Bible study. There's plenty. We only have about 5 ladies in our class, so we've got plenty. After all, we probably should do a taste test together. But like I said, friends, these can go in just a regular oven. You don't have to have this oven that I have. But these look fantastic. Last 2. Like I said, friends, these just look incredible. And look how easy these were to put together. Minimal ingredients. Perfect. Like I said, if you don't want to make them this big, if you want to make them a little bit smaller, make them half this size, by all means do that. Probably a little more manageable for people, but I wanted something a little bit bigger for our group this morning. So, oh my word. Friends, let's give one of these a taste. I'm excited about these. That is so good. Highly recommend these, friends. Give these things a try. I'll leave the link in the description box with the recipe for you guys to check out if you want to. Also leave the link for the unboxing of this new oven, as well as the link for this at Costco and Amazon. It's an incredible oven. I love this thing. It did a fantastic job on these, as you can see. And friends, we'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, and God bless.